Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I'm here with Chonny Jash. I have to be careful saying that name because it's a play on the name Johnny Cash, which is the one I keep wanting to say. So Chonny Jash, and it's Does It Sound Familiar is the name of the song. Now I did Wings of Wax. It was the first one I did from Chonny. So this is the second one. I will make a playlist now that there will be two on the channel, so you can have a look at the playlist and we'll add more if you like. So let me know what else you would like to hear. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that little button down below, and we will look at the lyrics afterwards because Chonny wrote the lyrics for this song. Let's have a listen. Does it sound familiar? Audio. I can hear some of the lyrics. I can't understand all of them, but we'll be looking at them separately anyway. But the music is very chaotic. I like it. I like the intro, but it's very chaotic. I think there's a lot going on here. Yeah, let me just back it up a little bit. Okay, there's a bit of a transition there. We'll see how that goes in a second. I'll back it up. But all this chaos, it sounds like thoughts circulating. I'm not sure. We'll look at the lyrics separately afterwards, and I can only pick out some of them in the song. Yeah, there's a lot of production going on, which sometimes the music overwhelms the voice, which it's not my favorite thing, but I would like to hear his voice a little bit more. If you know of some songs where you can actually, and I'm saying him because I don't even know if it's a guy, but if you know that there's anything that gives me more information about this person, I'm assuming it is a person, that would be great. And anything where I could actually hear the voice better would be good too. I'm enjoying this. It's good. And I think the lyrics are very interesting from what I've heard. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's back that up and see where else we go. Okay, I think that's the end. Yeah, very chaotic, which isn't such a bad thing necessarily. Reminds me of how my own brain works, but so it can be cathartic in a way when you listen to something like this. Some people would say that music's enough to drive me mad, and it's true. It might drive some people mad, but other people it can actually calm them down. Sort of the counterintuitive in a way that some, not all, don't do this. Some people need caffeine when they're ADHD or ADD because it actually has the opposite effect that it would have on many people. Um, so it sort of reminds me of that. It also reminded me of a game or a toy that we had when we were children. I don't know if they still exist, and I can't remember the name of it, but there were all these little spirals, and you could draw pictures with them. And the music, the way it was going around, reminded me that I know that's disconnected, but I think a lot of this was chaotic and disconnected as well. So that's probably why it came to mind. Let's have a look at the lyrics now. I cheated and before I pulled up the lyrics here, I looked up the game and it's called Spirograph. I thought it was called Spirograph, and then I thought, no, that can't be right. But yes, that's what it's saying. It looks like they're still out there and they still exist. Lots of fun. Does it sound familiar? Oh, and I should say, why does it remind me of that? Because I said something about being disconnected, but then you might think, well, that's not true. It's all connected. Yeah, spirograph is like that because you could draw these very chaotic designs, but they're all designs, so you have both sides. That's why. Does it sound familiar? By Chonny Jash, and this person wrote the lyrics as well. I'm so damn tired of your bullshit. Find the nearest rope and use your neck to tightly pull it. So interesting twist here. So instead of the rope pulling on your neck is pulling on the rope. So, but basically, commit suicide, kill yourself, right? Find the nearest rope and use your neck to tightly pull it. You hide behind wide, cheerful eyes, but I can see what's inside. A sick, spiteful boy who's slowly growing tired of all his toys. So I think this is a person talking or thinking to himself and, saying these things within his own mind. I could be wrong about that, but that's the way I feel because I can see what's inside. Ill behaved, depraved, you crave attention. It's a question, mind you. Well, I'll be glad to oblige. I wonder if the thought that I'm talking to you has even crossed your mind. So, are you aware that you're talking to yourself? Now, it could be something else, so you can let me know what you think. But that's the way I'm taking it. That's the way I'm thinking about it. Uh, Somebody who's considering some of these thoughts and these ideas. And pretending to be okay, right? You hide behind wide, cheerful eyes. Yeah, so, but I can see what's inside. So, yeah, of course you can see what's inside you are you. So, but sometimes we feel there's separate us's. That doesn't make sense, not even an English word, but you know what I mean. We have separate selves within us, let's say. Does it sound familiar? A ringing so peculiar, stuck inside your tainted ear, a message from the past. So again, your past or all of your pasts in a way, because sometimes, especially as you get older, when you think back, it seems like different people from different decades. Now, if you're much younger, which I think a lot of listeners for Chani, you might have a little bit of that, but trust me, you will get more as you get older. Um, so yeah, it sounds familiar because it's you, or it was you at least, and it's still part of you because everything is still there, whether we remember it distinctly or not. It's all affecting us in one way or another. A ringing so peculiar, um, so it's sort of ringing in your ear or ringing in your mind, and it's coming back now and again. Maybe not in full form, maybe just partially, but it's there and it's bothering you, it's bugging you. But then again, this tainted lens can hardly see shades of gray. The real source of fear is the idea that I won't be able to keep that side at bay. Exactly. I struggle with that all the time. I'm not getting a bit nervous as I get older. Can I control that side that I don't know how to describe it actually because it's very chaotic and it's very helpful for me. It helps me to write my stories. It probably helps this person to write lyrics. It can be very creative. It can be astonishingly good. It can also be incredibly evil and bad, and it's nearly killed me, and it does kill people. So, and what is it? It is you. It's your own psychology. It's your own brain. It's your own mind. Can you keep it at bay and continue on? Uh, does it sound familiar? The ringing of hysteria, yeah, the screeching of paranoia, that I'm writing this for you. Does it really hurt to know that your feelings have been felt alone? I resented you since long ago, but now the pain is due. So I still think this is someone talking to himself or herself. Do you really think everyone's your friend? Aren't you tired of lying every weekend? So going out there, putting a smile on your face, pretending everybody's your friend or pretending you're their friend, in both ways, I guess. And aren't you tired of lying every weekend? So I think a lot of people experience at least some of this. Maybe not severely, but to some extent, right? You paint on a smile. You go out. You want to be in public, but you don't really want to be you. At least you don't want to be completely you. And I think that's probably a good idea. I don't know that we should all be out there blah, giving everything away and all your private and personal details. To some extent, I think people do too much of that. And even some of that is just a lie anyway. They make up fabrications that isn't really them. So there's a balance, I think, between what you present and who and what you are. I certainly do not want to say or even write everything that crosses my mind. First of all, it would make no sense to most people. It barely makes sense to me. And secondly, uh, it's not ready for public consumption. It needs to be tweaked. It needs to be uh, not to be. I don't think it's lying. I don't think it's fake. I think even for myself, I have to think about it consciously to make sense of it. What goes scrambling through your head minute by minute, day by day. Very interesting lyrics. I think you can extract a lot from there. I could keep going, but I won't because I can go on and on and on and bore you to death. But I do think it was interesting. The song was good. I'm trying to think of how to describe it. I think I already did in a way that it can be cathartic with the way that the music was, or noise, if you like. I wish I could hear the voice better. I could hear it, and it's a good voice, but I would love to hear this voice better. But yeah, very interesting. Does it sound familiar? Yep, it definitely does. For me, anyway. Let me know what you think and what the song does for you, either just in terms of the musicality of it or the lyrics or both. Let me know what else you'd like to hear from Chonny Jash or anyone else. In the meantime, keep listening, keep having fun. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you do, and click that notification bell. Bye bye for now.